Well, this is a special time. I have a letter that I wrote to my granddaughter, and I want to share it with you. Now, this is an open letter to my granddaughter, Rosalind, and we don't mind your sitting in to listen. It could be a benefit. Dear Rosalind, so you're off to college. Very, very scary. This is a transition in life that will pass you from one major stage of life to another. You will now be what they call on your own, in a new way. When you were little, you did whatever the family did. You went where mommy and daddy went, ate what they ate, played and worked whatever they decided to do. Then, as you grew older, you were gradually given more and more freedom to choose for yourself. Dorm life in the academy advanced that freedom still further, but all within a certain controlled environment. When you go to college, though, living on your own, the way you want, alongside other young adults finding themselves with a lot more freedom, you will have some choices to make. This is where many young lives turn south. Mom and dad are sacrificing all they have to make this opportunity the very best for you. How many there are who, like a kite with a broken string, have no more restraint and plunge uncontrollably down to the ground, carried here and there by every gust of wind, totally out of control, until finally crashing to earth, completely broken. College will either make you or break you. The good part is, how you do is totally up to you. For parents, this is probably the most scary time of raising their children. It is like spending 18 to 20 years building this sailing ship. They were not experienced shipbuilders, so they made some mistakes along the way. They did not have the best of materials, and they made some erroneous assumptions. But they built it anyway. They had a time schedule and were not able to put in some of the finishing touches they would have liked, but they are preparing to launch. The scary part is they can't go along. They have to watch from the dock as the ship pulls away and out of the safety of the harbor. By now they know of the hidden reefs, dangerous corals built up just beneath the surface of the water. Unless the captain of the ship knows the waters, he could easily run aground before he even finds the safety of the open sea. So they watch, holding their breath, as their little ship makes its way. But then, which way will she turn? They watch the set of the sails. A gale begins to blow in from the north, not a good sign. The ship of their deepest interest turns south, blown by heavy winds. Their hearts sinking with regret. But no, the captain begins to tack against the wind, determined that his course will be north. North. Somewhere in the north is that haven of rest. Our little ship has never been there before, but out in the unseen future is that ultimate place of safety. There will be storms and times of uncertainty. There will be foggy nights when you will not know which way to turn. There will be bad decisions and calamities, but not to worry. There will also be bright and sunny days and nights when the stars seem so close you could touch them. In all this you have the privilege of the maps and charts, and best of all, the pilot whose job is to take the wheel and steer your ship through the toughest of waters. And by the way, he'll take the wheel the whole way if you let him. Now let me surprise you. Don't look around you too much. Nobody here on this planet has made a perfect voyage. Most of us are just like you, floundering around trying to figure it all out. If you don't know what to do, you're not alone. If you don't know what to do, ask him. Oh, don't worry. He has no favorites. He died for his enemies, so rest assured, You can ignore him, hate him, curse him, beat up on him, and nail him down and hang him up to die. And we all have. But through it all, he'll stay right there with you through every heart-sickening difficulty. But what about your college plans? You are there to learn something, not only how to live life on your own, but the technical things that will determine the ease or difficulty of the rest of your life. College is not about grades. Hang the grades. It's about knowledge. I am going to give you the secret of success in college. It's a book I'd like to write someday, but I'll read it to you right now. The title is How to Get Better Grades in School, and the subtitle is Improve Your Grades by at least one letter unless you already make straight A's. So here's the book. Master each lesson. Do the homework. Go to class. Pretty simple, huh? As a bonus, I'll add this. Your grade is a function of time. You got what you bought. There it is. You do this and your degree will be a sweet reward for all your work. One last thing about college. One mistake I have seen over and over again is these snot-nosed graduates who won't listen to anybody because they have arrived. Forget it. Education is made of two parts, instruction and experience. College will have taught you what's going on in your work environment, the nomenclature, the general lay of the land, so to speak, and is just the beginning of knowledge. Experience will teach you more of the rest, but will never end, because there is no end to your education. With experience, you not only add to your knowledge, but you gain wisdom as well. And those old lifers you will work with, the ones who have spent their life at their job and will probably stay there till they die, could be the best teachers you will ever have. Listen to them. They know more than you do. And pick your friends wisely. The bad apples, the sour grapes are everywhere you go. And so are the sweet Williams and the sugar cubes. Take your pick. When I was 20, I thought I knew everything. When I was 40, I knew a lot less. And when I was 60, I knew I was fundamentally ignorant. And remember this, you will not live life perfectly. Nobody does. In the end, you will wonder how you survived. But most important of all is you have a heavenly Father who gave all he had so that you could share eternity with him in a better land than this. If you wonder if you'll ever be good enough, don't worry. None but the deluded fanatics feels holy. Here is a verse to remember, Psalm 34:6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. I tell you what, I am going to renew my interest in my eternal destiny, placing my trust fully upon one who cannot fail, determined to conform to his every word. I plan to be there, and I would like you as one of my neighbors. Just another pilgrim, and with love for my granddaughter. Grandpa.